Scorpio, the song I got for y'all was Brandy, I Want to Be Down. Now, she's an Aquarius, and she's a fixed sign like Scorpio is. So what I'm seeing with this is that somebody does have the ability to be as solid as you. Typically, because I thought that I Want to Be Down was from Scorpio, but it isn't. Okay, I'm getting Six of Cups vibes, which is a Scorpio energy anyway, where they match something about you, right? And for once, you're not the one who has to be the support system and being there and being down for everybody else. And there's a sense of confusion about what down is. Down to some people is down in the dumps, like misery loves company. They not there for it. No. But when it comes to grief, they could be a comfort. And I think that's what people sometimes get hung up with, because they tend to hang on to Scorpio when they're in pain or hurt. But what I'm sensing with the I Want to Be Down is somebody wanting to, like, it's a supportive energy though. It's not like an anchor, just a weight to hold you in place. No, it's like, if your car break down, I'm gonna push with you. If it's more so like the moral support, but not. It's not just moral, because people can say they're a moral support system and not really be solid like that. You know what I'm saying? It being down is something that can be someone that can be relied on to bring you back down to earth when you get too far off your balance, too far off your square. And squares do represent earth, while triangles represent the sun. So, damn, why my damn eye twitch? Somebody wants to be down for the cause. Like, whatever you about, I'm with it. Like, whatever you doing, I'm you got my full support. I'm shuffling my little ass off, and I get communication, which is the 33. This is that solar plexus energy, but it's magnified, it's doubled, right? So this communication it can be one person to the next, but it's also done in various ways. So communication, it's taking you outside of the box. It's an expansive, and it's going back to that sun energy, because three angles is a triangle. There are triangles on these cards, many of them, but it's showing you that there's many dimensions to how you can communicate. Lyrics just happen to be one of them. You're not gonna get those. When a Scorpio's in danger, when an eagle peeps anything rustling, like, they have this vision out of nowhere, like, whether it be a scorpion protecting its territory, protecting itself, or whether it be an eagle who's peeping the fucking scenery at anything moving, scanning, or even if it's a phoenix, it's tearing up everything on its ascent upward from the ash state, right? There's a sense of communication that happens. Anything that threatens this station or this stance, because you are a fixed sign, anything that threatens the stability of you is going to be on the ass end of your wrath. And it's just it doesn't even have to be an intentional retaliation or anything like that. It's just the way that you're protected. In truth, there will be hell to pay for it. And that's just coming from the underworld, period. Pluto does not fuck around with with his kids now. You have spiritual partnership here. And underneath that, oh my God. I'm gonna just show you these because they have the juice I'm talking about. You have spiritual partnership, you have leadership, and you have 99, compassion. And so you have these 3, 6, 9 type of energies. There's no 6 here. I mean, if you combine 33, that is a 6. But the 3, 6, 9 energy is like Tesla. Energy, it does something. It sustains. It gives you, if you have your energy built a certain way, less and less will you have to use outside sources to fuel you, right? And you've learned to have this self-sufficiency about you. But there's somebody who is passing these, because they resonate with the same 3, 6, 9 type of energy, that it is a sense of pure energy about them that is appealing to, like, you don't travel in packs. Scorpions, not that I see. Not even eagles. Definitely not a fucking phoenix. There's no pack mentality about it. It's an independent type of energy. Even if it is a water sign and it would relate to an emotional nature and things like that, it's more so the emotional depths and those caverns and the parts of the dark waters that people don't typically survive in. Like, you have to be acclimated to this little by little, because the pressure is so great that it could really hurt you. It could really harm you if you're not careful. And for a person to say, well, I got you, I want to be down with you, they have to understand that. And I feel like this person does understand that. The energy of communication and compassion is here, and it's amplified because it's coming from both people. And it's definitely a language that the spirit speaks. Seeing what I got here. Two things are happening at once. Well, more than two, but these two in the middle, the leadership and the spiritual partnership, they're happening at the same time. That's cool. Okay, let me see. I think that they can understand where you've been and what you've been through, because who you are to most people, they have been to most people. So when it comes to a person like you, they know that they can support you, and that the support that you have for them is sufficient. Whereas with your experiences with other people and their experiences with other people, they just could not hold, they could not hold space for them, enough space for them. It was like how could you fumble like that? You know that I'm a different type of person. You have to have a different type of capability to hold the type of person that I am, because these depths are like, they're very fucking deep, and if you don't have the space, it's not gonna work. This person knows that because they've been in those positions where people could not understand their depths. Moon card. But do you see that mirroring happening? It's happening at the same time. Spiritual partnership and leadership at the same time. But also, this could be you versus them at the same time. There's something, and this is why they can relate to you in this type of way. They really matching what you bring in. And again, a 9 energy. The moon is 18. $18.81. So a lot of people can't see in the dark. They get scared or they get lost or whatever that may be. You've been in the dark enough times to know how to navigate through it. And you may have heard me talk about that in the last batch of readings that really took me to those types of places. So we have the Eight of Cups here. Three of Cups. There's a little bit of resistance on your end. Because there's a Strength card and the Seven of Cups. There's some resistance on your end. And what's the Five of Pentacles? I like this. It's like y'all take turns. There's this dance that y'all have because you're used to being the one of service. You're used to being the one who's always the support system for someone else. That I want to be down. Initially, like I said, I thought it was Scorpio saying this or reciting this. And really, even if you can hear that song and bop to it and feel it, and be like, damn, this is my shit. And it hits you in a certain way, right? When it hits you in a certain way, even if you've heard it 1,000 times, but you hear it one more time and it feels different and you're like paying extra close attention to the song itself, is because it's being communicated with you through another, like from another. It's a message that you need to heed. It's coming in for you. This is that subconscious energy with the moon. When I said the communication was happening in more than one way, it can be lyrics, but it can also be something you pass by somebody playing their radio and you hear a phrase to a song, or just something very specific, and it just sticks out to you. Your ears perk up a little bit. There's a little bit of tussle here with who's in the lead or who's like, because you're both so used to being in a position of power because other people fold under pressure, that you always had to take the initiative or you had to take lead. But you're dealing with somebody who too knows how to take lead. So this is what I say about, you back up a little bit. Like, it's like, I don't know, that shit a little weird. But then it's like this. And you're the one having to, you know what I'm saying? Because they're like trying to get away. So there's this back and forth, like, it's like, get over here, Scorpio. Oh my God. Y'all really have this fondness with each other. And this shit is cute. That I hope, Scorpio can really experience this Three of Cups, this Seven of Cups type of energy. In the sexual tarot is different. Sexual magic, it's a little different. And they be having little spells and stuff that are in the booklet, or they're describing spells and what these energies really mean. These cards are based off of spells or whatever, I suppose. I ain't never did that shit before, but they tell me different shit. Like, they don't align wholeheartedly with the other tarot decks that I have. It really is interpretive because I don't read no fucking booklets and memorize this shit no way. But I feel like it's a slow, like, this is a very slow build up of energy between you and another person. There's this egg here, and then here's a fucking turtle. So there is a lot of slow progression. Even seeing this perseverance card. So it's building slow but sure. But it's something that assures stability. Even in this card, I see 4 fucking pillars behind them. And it's holding up this place where they can be themselves and where they can enjoy each other. This is a real romantic ass card to me. They both got on their fucking clothes. And you know what I'm saying? It's really like, he's not just all up on her. She's on him too. And they still, like, there's this sense of evenness. Like her hands are doing something. She's not just idle. But in this one, he's shit. Her arms are stuck. The fuck? You ever been caught off guard and had some awkward ass position? You felt like you couldn't, you had to get free or back up or get up out that position because you felt constricted in a way. So this person's not trying to anchor you in to hold you down or be down for you. Like, but if anything, it's like like I'm gonna fucking shake your ass. Like, you don't understand what I'm trying to do. Like, it's not even. It's tough because trust is not. Trust is not given. I never advise a person to give their trust to anybody. You give yourself the trust. Trust yourself. Trust your own decisions, right? To move forward or to not move forward. And understand why you're making that decision. Understand that when you have that intuitive nudge to be able to trust that, like the more you're trusting the decisions you're making or acknowledging when you're making good decisions, and when your decision making has led to a good result, the more you'll be prepared to trust your decisions when it comes to a situation like this, where you feel the resistance, Eight of Cups, the reluctancy to get next to this person, because the shit was going great, but when it comes to a more intimate moment or a more of a moment of vulnerability, there is a retraction. Like, this is muscle memory where, all right, this is where they fuck up at. All right, now this is where they drop the ball. I'm not even going to put myself in that position to let them drop me, to let them fold on me. You know what I'm saying? Because you're so used to being the one solid, stable, and holding everything down and in place so that other people can, patter around and feel, they don't feel the rumble of the ground below them because you're so fucking solid. They lean on you for that support. But I really feel like it was a fucking reading I did. It was a while ago. It was a minute ago. And I said the motherfucker had crept into, like, they snuck into almost. They put their mark on your spirit or just in you, like, and slowly but surely, it's like water trickling. Over time, it can cut through rock. So no matter how solid you are, like that dripping, constant dripping of water, it breaks down that toughness, that resistance, right? But at the same time, that water has been collecting and collecting and collecting and collecting to the point where you don't even realize the fullness that you have concerning this person. They're showing up as an emperor, though. You got a damn fountain in the background. I ain't never seen that. Well, I've never recognized it before. I never really just took a chance to look at it. But he's also got a cup sitting next to him, too. I'm hearing In.Tu.It, I am ready for love. So it goes from I want to be down to I'm ready for love. Like, oh boy. Who y'all done? Okay. They didn't creep into your heart, you crept into theirs. Now I'm seeing it. Little by little by little. Who you got like that, Scorpio? Because they're not used to anybody being able to handle their wild side or handle their not so put together side. But they are finding out what you're really made of. To the point where they're not going to be able to hide the parts of themselves. Like if they have this animalistic nature or any kind of they have this kind of yeah, I mean it can be animalistic for sure. You got this boar energy, but I could easily relate this to like bull energy and seahorn. You know, they have the snout or whatever, but they it could be another fixed energy, like a Taurus influence. Like I said, the nines remind me of Aquarius or whatever. Um, but also the strength card is Leo. So you have somebody in your environment that's just as fucking solid as you are. Trying to see if I see any matching terrain in these cards. You got what, 3 cups cards, the moon. Got 8, 3, and 7 of cups. You have the 2 of wands. And this is like that getting to know you. Like the intimacy is real. The intimacy is the most real. Oh, I mean, it's always real. In these cards, these folks are fully clothed, and there is so much intimacy in these 2 cards. Because when you make love to a person, it's well before their clothes come off. By the time you're even in a position like this, you're damn near like you're already more than halfway there, turned on. You have to be turned on mentally, emotionally. It's more so than just your body being touched. Like it really brings out the beast in you, the both of you. When you can be to that point of, oh yeah, they're getting fucked up tonight, but in a good way. Here goes this damn Taurus energy and this Aquarius energy I was talking about. You got Pisces coming up too. These are a lot of majors. I'm not gonna keep pulling. Oh my fucking God. I kept pulling. I'm sorry. Let me just show you real quick. Real quick. Let me run it down. Hierophant, the Fool, High Priestess, Wheel of Fortune, Hanged Man, the fucking Star. I'm hard-headed. I just wanted to see. I had to keep pulling. I told y'all were one and the same, right? That communication with the 33, that compassion with the 99. The moon card showing 2 different couples. I don't see this in this instance. I mean, it can show up to be on some swinger shit and all that. And that's not that. And that ain't this. I'm seeing like 2 things happening at once under the same moon. Y'all could be in doing the same things in different places with different people, right? I'm talking about not currently. You could be doing the same activities independent of each other, but they're doing the same thing. They're along the same lines. They have the same capability, or they're both respected in their chosen field, right? They're one of the same. Like they're of the same, but they're different, even still. You combine the Hierophant and the High Priestess, you get the Chariot, which it needs those opposing, same but opposite energies in order to propel forward. You need both of them. And the thing is, you have a scorpion, you have an eagle, you have a phoenix, depending on where you are in your deacon or where you are in your journey. You know what I'm saying? You have that representation. Whereas they have a snake as a protector. So they could be, and with that emperor who came up, he has snakes on his shield. So this is the emperor in another respect. He was a beginner too at one point. She was a beginner too at one point. But the leadership does not falter. You're going to be seen as a leader in your field, period. Because you are. Because of your spiritual communication and compassion. You have a certain way of conveying this shit. And then you have the Hierophant, who also is looked at as a person of respect, who's conveying this shit. Got them two geese. They don't look like geese. They look like fucking swans. They are white. And they mate for life. But shit. I don't know if this made sense to you. But this same energy of the same person, they could have Scorpio in their chart. It doesn't even have to be a predominant placement for them. They could have it in a moon. They could have it Neptune. There would be no. Last time Neptune was in Scorpio was a minute ago, because Scorpio been in Pisces for a while. And I'm Neptune Cap. That would be way. So we're looking at some other placement. Where are we at now? We already had a Jupiter Scorpio transit. Yeah. Because we've already had the Jupiter Sagittarius, Jupiter and Cap and Aqua. It already was in Cap, then it was Aqua, Pisces, now it's retrograde, goes back into Pisces in December. I don't fucking know. This person ain't what they seem, and it may not be, because you don't know anybody's birth chart, but you know this boss ass energy, this leadership ass energy when you feel it. You know this compassionate energy, this energy to convey and communicate when you feel it, when you hear it. You have the star here. There is a level of sincerity here. There is a sense of watering another. Like I was saying, that drip, slow drip of emotion being administered to another person. You being yourself has shifted somebody's fixed demeanor, has shifted their fixed position. Because even the Emperor has the staying power of the Perseverance card. It has that same sense of stability. So does the Hierophant, though. It's really the status quo. Even though fives are about change, and the Hierophant is something that should be in a state of change, it is usually something that is structured to stay the fucking same. And anything that rebels against it is seen as blasphemy, or seen as going against the grain, or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? So this could be the way that the person handles their business, where people go with their flow, because that's the way it has been for so long. But you're not somebody who's going to follow their fucking flow. You're either going to add flows and create a new one, while you can still retain your own energy and your own way of doing things. You're not trying to be leaders of each other. You're trying to lead in your enterprise. They're trying to lead in their area of of expertise or whatever, and together there is something else that is completely new, made new. You both have that communication and that compassion. These amplified energies gives you both a 3 and both a 9. But one person is like, these things are happening at the same time. You're both taking on the energy of leadership, but you're both taking on the energy of partnership. But it's in stuttering and shit. It's in different ways. Damn. As serious as this shit is, it's as lighthearted as motherfucking the old school bop. You know what I'm saying? Because all this tough demeanor and all this power, it really is gonna be like completely turned on to. It's gonna be it's gonna be presented in a whole different way. You're not gonna. It's not gonna be this much. It's like all this shit going on under the surface, and you're having a conversation. But the energy is just like swirling around each other, and it's like y'all are stirring up shit, okay? And I say most of this shit is so under the surface. All these majors are just plastered, right? They just doing their thing. You got the Emperor, the Moon, Hierophant, the Star, the Fool, High Priestess, Wheel of Fortune, Hanged Man. This is where you two are like kind of bumping heads though. In the traditional Rider-Waite, strength is not 11. It's actually 8. These two energies match. It's like, trying to coax the other in a way. Like, it's okay. It's okay. I got this. It's okay. You both have that about you, but you also have that heart of romance about you too. The both of y'all. The High Priestess and the Hierophant. If he had his way, it would go like this. If you have your way, it would go like that. But y'all can do both of them. And neither one feels compromised. Hierophant and High Priestess. That 5 energy, that 2 energy. You can still do your thing your way, and it doesn't impede on the other person's way of doing things. It doesn't make them feel inferior or anything because of the assurity and the security of who they are and what they represent. You both come with your own energy of doing things, of being who you are. And this is what the both of you fucking need. It's time to not be the strongest fucking person at all times in a fucking situation. When you need somebody to have just a little bit of fucking strength so you can rely on something, you do need that Emperor to be able to be there and provide it. It would be nice. The fuck? So even the Fool and the Star, these are both Aquarian energies, which I spoke of in the beginning. This is like their stance on like experiencing, they're kind of just walking past shit because it's not really of interest. They know what it feels like to feel matched or to feel understood like this. The Moon gave them that kind of indication. And under that same moon, two people are kind of, like I said, they're in the same energy in two different places, in two different spaces, doing different things, but it's the same energy, and it's reverberating. And it's that slow drip of an attraction that just it trickles, and it really makes its way into a person's heart space. All these fucking major arcana. I didn't expect to see them. So you may be stalled from this for a hot moment. You may be put on pause with the hangman energy. Because there's a transition happening with this masculine energy. But also the feminine energy. This is giving me that it's giving me triad energy, like maiden mother crone, but not exactly. I'm getting more like, even when I was speaking on the scorpion, the eagle, the phoenix, there is an ascension process that has happened as well. So you may have met you may have met this person during your scorpion decan, your scorpion stage, and you know what I'm saying, the wiser you got, the more evolved you got, it has still helped shape this person and the way that they lead, the way that, it's like the refining process. It's like, I don't know, this dude look like he older, like he getting fine like wine, like fine with time. Even the Hierophant got that, you know what I'm saying, he's got that gray beard and shit like that. And the High Priestess is a younger woman. And that's crazy. It's not crazy, but it typically goes that way. That the woman, it doesn't take her as long to get in her position and get into her niche and get into her flow. It may take the men to go through a whole lot of shit in order to get there, in order to be ready, because she was a fucking fool at one point before he became this emperor. Is there anything else? I do see a lot of fixed energy, true enough. But I'm also getting the Cancer vibe, the Chariot vibes. I'm getting the Pisces vibes here with the moon. And Neptune showing up here with Wheel of Fortune. That's Sagittarius too. But more so Pisces, because the ancient ruler is Jupiter. Oh, 12 month. Oh, okay, December. Between October and December, which the beginning of October anyway is the precursor to your season, and this December is right after your season. The fuck? I wasn't thinking about it. I wasn't thinking about it at all. I wasn't paying attention like that. So just be aware, like the closer that you get towards the end of the year, when Jupiter enters back into Pisces, that is a December transit. It's in Aquarius right now. It's going to go back into Pisces. So it's leading with the Pisces energy here, and it's ending with this Jupiter energy here. So now now I get it. Now I'm understanding. Yay, I get it. And even these two cards here, they're giving me that 10, that 3 and that 7. Okay. So it been popping off. It been popping off. Damn. Don't mind me. This is, I don't know. I read. I have to see the similarities, the differences, what's here, what's not, what it feels like. There's a lot that goes into me interpreting the cards. More so than just what they're supposed to mean. It's like this Hierophant is sitting here with all these naked motherfuckers, and he's not. That's not. That's not what's appealing to his nature, though. Because I told you the intimacy is with the clothes on. While y'all can get down and really get down with the get down here, that's not where the intimacy is. The intimacy is here. Clothes still on. Well, undergarment still on. The clothes on here. Clothes on here. That's where the intimacy is happening. So it ain't even, this ain't even got to be nobody that you went to them sexual depths with. But you do have the influence. Fuck, the high priest is spicy. I wouldn't even think about that either. You do have the influence here about you, though. It is something about you that does pick their interest and really opens up their subconscious. And they would be more along the lines of what's exoteric, what is already known. Yeah, the Hierophant does hide stuff up his sleeve, but the High Priestess is more prone to be esoteric. So this person could be a part of the church or be a mentor, be in a non-profit organization, something that's on Front Street, something that they get noticed for, something that they're very prominent in their community for, or what have you, and you're more behind the scenes and people come to you privately. You know what I'm saying? Other people see this person out in a public view, or they have some type of outreach or persona, whereas you are more laid back, cool, and people have to come towards you. They come towards him as well, but it really is a more private type of matter when people do come to you. There's, on both ends, there's confidentiality, and that compassion, that communication would assure that these people are safe. If they're relaying information to you, you're definitely a person, and they're a person who know a lot of people's secrets. This is why I said when I was feeling, I was like, damn, like, do they have Scorpio energy too? And then I got sidetracked trying to think about when this was in Scorpio and that was in Scorpio, and that's not what matters most. What matters most is they have this type of ability to be trusted with other people's shit. That's the bottom line. So when it comes to you trusting them, do you trust yourself to make this decision? There we go. We getting back to the, okay. Do you trust what you're feeling from this person? Because this is a feeling that people get from you. You know what I'm saying? So now you're on the receiving end of energy that you have, but it's coming to you in the form of another person. And it's like, damn, like, can I trust it? Because it's like, it's giving me butterflies in the stomach type of energy. It's giving me excitement type of vibes. It's giving me like, why do I feel like, it's an excitement about it, but not prematurely or not superficially. This person has crept up in on you just as much as you have crept up in on them. I don't even think it was supposed to be like, it wasn't like a purposeful, I want to get to know you, I want to date you. It wasn't. It was like, how you doing, like, hi and bye and keep it pushing. Who the fuck is this person? Damn. You got leadership, you got the Hierophant, you got the Emperor, you have High Priestess. These are all positions of power. Like, the Strength card, this is giving me immense power. But the thing is, y'all know how to use it and y'all know how to yield it. This is why you're being careful with each other. You're being considerate of each other. You're having compassion for each other. But you know what you're capable of. They got this Eight of Cups type of thing going on where there's a tussle, and you got this Strength card energy where it's a tussle. So y'all are both capable of that resistance, but also putting up a fight for what you believe in or what you want or whatever. But there's not, y'all are capable of using it, but y'all not being forceful with each other. Y'all are actually quite mutual as it stands. And this is where the respect factor comes in, because people have tried to impose or wanted to know more or have more or receive more from the Scorpio. They're no stranger to that type of energy coming from people either, though. So this is important. You're going to recognize them by that type of trait, though. I done talked y'all ass 45 minutes. I hope it made sense. If it don't make sense, let me know too, because I will give y'all a fresh ass reading another time, and pick another song for y'all. Because I mean, just even hearing like to hear Brandy and it, but the age she was, the maturity she had, she was singing about content that wasn't out of pocket or out of line, but it was something that we all wanted to feel. No matter what age we are, even at this age, you can still rock with it and you can still find that feeling attached to what it's saying to you. And I feel like if you go and listen to it, because I will link it in the description, if you go and listen to it and just listen to with that kind of ear, you're going to feel it for the first time, or feel it in a new way for the first time. And just understand that this is relating to how you may be making a person feel about you, or that's how innocent the connection is. No matter what your age is, the maturity of the connection, it matures with time, but y'all have to be in it first. Y'all ain't there. So it's gonna be starting from a beginner stage, and that closeness and that intimacy is more so in communication and understanding that it is in the physical touch, which y'all rule the erogenous zone of the reproductive organs, the sex organs and all of that, but that's not how you're predominantly made love to. There's a certain part of your spirit, there's a certain part of your mind that got to be touched. That alarming you when you can't trust someone hasn't even gone off. And that is something that is attractive about this person, that builds the bond of intimacy and you being able to trust your decision to go further with this person. So it's not even magic. I was going to say they're working their magic. It's not even magic. They're just genuine as fuck. Damn, Scorpio. I want an invite. And y'all throw a party, or, I'm not going to project marriage on anybody or anything like that. But I feel like those two energies getting together can come up with some really great collaborative efforts. And that would impact a whole lot of people. Because it will be a person who's dominantly masculine and a person who's dominantly feminine coming together. You know what I'm saying? The product of that, when they're in their respective fields, but they can find something that combines them both, like a project or some kind of mission or something like that. It's like, the shit is powerful. I can't put my finger on it. I wish I had access to more information about it, but I think it's not supposed to be, because it's not even conceptualized. You can't put that type of information, like it hasn't been created by the two people it's supposed to create it yet. Because without them, it wouldn't be this. It wouldn't be like, this is why it's necessary. And because of the nature that you both have, where it takes you a minute to really gain the trust. No, for a person to really gain your trust, for you to trust your decision to divulge certain things to certain people, it takes a minute. So this is why they had to be introduced to you quite a while ago, in order for you to be in a state of openness and trustingness. No, you're you're trusting this person only because you're trusting your decision to let them in and let them closer. That's as much trust as they have coming from you. Like, they're not even fucking looking for boundaries that you have, because they're not the type of person to push the envelope with you. They just have certain standards for how they live their life, and they're very congruent with how you live yours. And therefore, you guys are on a path that's parallel, and not going into each other's lane and knocking each other around. Your energies are very respectful of space. And I can't say enough about this person. Like, I'm vouching for them already and they're not even fucking here yet. This is what lets me know that it's like this person is really, they're on their shit and they're not even looking for or searching for, but you have been an impact on them. You've given them such a connection that they cannot forget. They cannot forget, but they won't come across again. And so that's what makes it so worthwhile, because it's been a slow build up over time. And those things that start off fast and have the intensity, they have intense ends as well. And there's none of that quickening and like breakthrough. This isn't a jarring connection. You have enough of that being a transformative sign, being a transformative energy. You help everything and everybody through these changes. If anybody has to deal with changes and shit like that, it's Scorpio. So to have somebody be at a point of peace and be a point of quiet, even if they have that energy of the Hierophant, which is of change, that just lets me know that they know change like you know change, just to a different degree. So it's comparable, but it's not compromising or competing with what you're doing or what energy that you have. That damn hangman energy again. So I think I just wanted to talk to y'all this long anyway. It wasn't intended to be this long, but I just, you've been there for people for a very long time, being that solid person, and now it's time for you to have that solid person while you're still a solid person. Like, no more being the opposite, or we've done the opposites attract type shit before. Now it's like attracts like. That's when you know that you're out of the karmic aspect of life, when you're no longer attracting your opposite, because they're just supposed to be showing you shit, right? They're supposed to be showing you pinpoints of who you think you're not and who you think, they're trying to show you opposition. And that is where the challenging shit comes in at, because it does challenge the way that you work, the way that you live, the way that you see, the way that you feel, what you know. But when you have like attracts like, and it amplifies your qualities, it helps you like polish your skills and master them. So you're in that stage, like attracts like. And there's so much more ease, because the transition after transition, the change after change, the transference and transforming, and the transmutation, god damn. Now it's time to take a break and be enjoyed. All right, Scorpio, I'm gonna go, because it is getting late. I enjoyed that. It was it's real genuine ass energy. Who the fuck is this person? I've been feeling creeping up, not creeping up like a little creep, but subtle but powerful. You know who the fuck I'm talking about, or you will become aware. It's gonna hit you like you're gonna recognize it. Give it time, but by December we're gonna have an update. We're gonna have more shit coming, because I feel like he's just gonna keep popping up and keep reoccurring in these readings. He's just gonna keep showing up. So I'm gonna let y'all go, because we about 55 minutes in. We're watching for a damn hour. I'm gonna see y'all next time, but I enjoyed it. Have a good night, y'all.